morning, YouTube, friends and family. Welcome to day 22. We are on the downhill slope of our proverbial trip here, meaning that we are in our last half of the trip. This is the first day of the last half. At some point today, we'll actually hit, probably at the end of the day, we'll actually hit the halfway mileage point. Just to remind you, the whole trip for us is just under 500 miles. So that means by the end of the day, we will have hiked 250 miles. Outstanding, really. I hope you've been enjoying this whole series. I understand now that you won't be watching it until I get back to Denver to upload them. There's just no way for me to upload all these, and my phone is starting to get clogged with all of the vlogs on there. So I know this will be after the fact, but I still hope you're enjoying it. Thanks for coming with us on our day, and we'll see you in a few. "7:45 a.m. and we are on the trail to Durango. Walking on an old rail bed here. I can only imagine that it was used to remove trees from this giant valley here. I just saw a telegraph pole. It's pretty cool to try to figure out the history of some of these areas, you know, because it was over 100 years ago that there was a rail bed here. We're hiking the Collegiate West route, which is an alternate route of the Colorado Trail. It's a new alternate route, which means that a bunch of the trail is newly made. Yesterday, as we were going through that Mordor area, Mount Doom area, I was marveling at how much work it must have taken the trail crews to make those trails. But when you're walking on a railroad bed that was made in the late 1800s, you have to imagine that was excruciatingly difficult work that probably took an army of people. So it turns out there's some interpretive signs on the trail here that this was the Denver South Park and Pacific Railroad. This particular curve right here was known as Sawmill Curve. Several times cars turned over going around this curve when they were fully loaded because of the grade, and it took a lot of skill apparently to brake these cars properly to make sure that they didn't overturn when they got to curvy sections like this. Still just crazy. We have about a 1.5 miles, maybe 2 mile walk up this Chalk Creek canyon valley to the head of Chalk Creek, and then switchbacky climb up over the pass. refreshing swim in Hancock Lake here. There is another one up here called Upper Hancock Lake, which we didn't decide to swim in. I think we got here just in time. It looks like there's some dogs that are about to join us. Halfway there! Woo! Lunch break. It's about 1:15 noon and it's time to eat. We're all starving. This is a large tailings pile behind me from some kind of likely gold or silver mining operation. And Zephyr thinks he's found some little specks of gold while digging through this little pile. Pretty cool. Behind me is Boss Lake. This is habitat to greenback cutthroat trout, which are somewhat of a threatened species, I guess. My guess is they may stock it, I'm not sure. Beautiful, pristine water though. Welcome to Hunt Lake. The greenback cutthroat trout apparently is also stocked in this lake. I'm gonna look at the map, but I think we're gonna go up a little bit more, like up there, and find our last water source and campsite. So we are leaving Hunt Lake. We're gonna go on up to the last water source before our resupply point at Monarch Pass. You know, it's a bit of a calculated risk because it says the data book, which tells us where campsites are and stuff, says that doesn't mention that there's camping up there. It does say that it's the last water source, but when I look at the map, I can see plenty of flat ground. However, we don't know what the flat ground looks like. It could be flat ground with boulders on it. So it's 0.6 miles. I'm hoping that it's going to be suitable camping. Because then, you know, there's a bunch of people at this campsite. We kind of like to camp alone. And it's wicked mosquito-y here too, so we'll see you in 0.6 miles. Good news, found a flat spot for the tent. Bad news is it started raining just as we set it up, so it's a little bit wet inside. Everyone is setting up as best they can inside the tent right now. I'm just going to filter some water with Milo, and we'll just make the best of our night, right? It'll probably be clear by morning. All right, it's nearing 8 o'clock. The rain has stopped. I'm hopeful that all of this clearing sky behind me is going to blow right in and dry everything out, and it's going to be a beautiful morning. It was certainly a great day. Thanks for coming with us on this day, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 23. We're heading to Monarch Pass tomorrow, where we're going to get our resupply.